It's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
The first competition of the night is Monster Jam Racing. All 8 drivers and trucks have been seated into a racing bracket based on a random draw. Now, each competitor will go head-to-head up against the racing clock to make sure that they are the fastest time at the end of it. Now, the person with the fastest time will end up being the racing winner, as well as earning those first 8 points towards a BKT overall event championship. Monster Jam fans, are you ready for JCB Racing?
Up first, pulled to the line, make some noise for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Kicking off the racing competition, she'll need to be fast on those corners. Let's see if she can do it. Let's go green. The time for Ringling of Bailey Circuit is 11.233. A time improvement there for Chelsea Van Cleve from previous event earlier today. An improvement indeed, but that time to beat right now is 11.233. Our next competitor is pulled to the line. Make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, looking to get that low time here in the JCB Racing competition. Definitely looking to beat out Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit with that 11-second pass. Looking at least for a 10 here for Nick Pagliarulo. Let's go green. The time for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is 11.008. We have a new leader. Check it out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. This third corner, I think is proving to be the determining factor in these low, fast times that we're wanting to see up on the board. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken takes over that first place spot in that time to beat. Next to the line, let's hear it for Brendan Arthur and JCB Ticketron. Brandon and Arthur and JCB Digatron earlier today was able to pull off a 10.845 racing pass, seeing with a new track. If he can do it again, let's go green. The time for Brandon Arthur and JCB Ticketron is 11.405. Next competitors pull to the line. Make some noise for John Zimmer in Uproar. Looking for a time faster than 11.008 right now, currently held by Nick Pagliarulo. We'll have to watch on these corners. Can this Monster Jam veteran pull it off? Let's go green! The time for John Zimmer in Uproar is 10.711. Duluth, we've got a new time to beat. The fastest time on the track right now, John Zimmer in Uproar. Next driver pulls to the line. Let's hear it for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. Coming off that high momentum of an overall event championship, looking to take it into today's event. Let's go green! The time for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is a 10.536. Check it out on the Super Glued to the Action replay. The fastest time we've seen so far. MJ Solorio takes that first place spot with that time of 10.536. Next competitor is ready to go. Let's hear it for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. The time for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is a 10.082. Fastest time out on the track. You've got a new leader. Take a look at that JCB Racing Competition leaderboard. You can see that Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur has just secured his first place spot with that fast time. That means that Matt Cody in Gravedigger, if he wants to take that first place spot, will need a racing time that is faster than that time by Excalibur. Only 2 drivers left in the lineup, which means we're closer and closer to crowning our first competition winner. But Duluth, make some noise for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. The time for Matt Cody in Gravedigger is at 10.019. We have a new leader. Duluth, the competition thickens as Matt Cody and Gravedigger takes the lead in the JCB Racing competition with that fast racing pass. One racer to go. It's time to get loud for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. It all comes down to this. Monster Jam legend Gravedigger up against John Zimmer Jr. terminal velocity. One of the best racing records that we've got in the lineup here. A tough matchup as John Zimmer Jr. pulls to the line. 8 points are at stake. Let's go green! The time for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity is at 10.632. Duluth, that means your winner of the JCB racing competition is Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Monster Jam fans, those first 8 points snagged by Matt Cody in Gravedigger. 8 points are his. He takes that top spot. That first place spot on the leaderboard. He is in the lead. He's got the fastest truck out on the track. Make some noise. He's in that black and green wrecking machine you know so well. Duluth, your very first competition winner. He's on the track. Let him hear you. Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
Congratulations to Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Just like that, you earned the first 8 points here this evening. Now, that was a race against yourself. You are always saying that you are your biggest competitor. That was an extremely fast time. How did you manage that one?
Well, you know, we had an event earlier to be able to practice, I guess you could say, get a little feel for this. And, you know, I knew where I messed up at, and I knew what I had to fix. Watching the other competitors, man, I think I finished like 7th earlier, and I just, you know, tweaked a couple of things, and, you know, sometimes when you don't do good, man, it just aggravates myself inside. I know these fans come out to watch the Gravedigger thing, and that's what I'm here to give them. So I surprised myself. It felt good. It felt fast. First 8 points of the day. I'm ready to keep it going.
And it only gets better. Up next is our skills competition. That's somewhere where you shine, but you've got a tough competition here today because you have so many competitors that are truly bringing some innovation. How are you going to manage to keep up?
Yeah, like you said, we got some tough ones here. John Zimmer Jr. is no joke. He's going to combo back and forth through 8 pieces. You got MJ over here who took 3rd at World Finals in the 2-wheel skills competition. So we got to try some things, you know. This is Weston Anderson's truck. It's not my normal truck. It's Gravedigger 37. But, hey, we're in here. We're having some fun. We're going to come out here. I know what he can do in it. So if I can just do the same thing he does, we're going to have some fun. So we're going to try to get it on the front tires, the back tires, the side tires, whatever we can do. But that's where all you fans come into play here. Go to judgeszone.com, log in. You guys get to be the judges. You guys get to decide the winner. If you like what I do, slide it all the way up to a 10. If you don't, maybe not quite a 0, but show me some love. But one more time, Duluth, if you guys are having fun so far, let me hear you.
Give it up one more time for your JCB racing winner, Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
Check it out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Matt Cody in Gravedigger proving he's got the fastest truck out on the track. You can see up on the BKT overall event leaderboard, he takes that first place spot because he's got those 8 points for Team Gravedigger. You can see Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur taking that second place spot with a total of 7 points. And El Toro Loco finds himself in 3rd with Terminal Velocity in 4th. You can see exactly how these points trickle down. And we will be adding these points up, and that will equal the total score for each driver as they each hope to outscore each other and walk away with that overall event championship trophy. But you'll have a chance to be the official judges coming up. Coming up next is our second competition of the event. That's the two-wheel skills challenge, where each driver will have 2 attempts to pull off their most impressive maneuvers. It'll be up to you to be the official judges at judgeszone.com. So while you are scoring, I want you to keep certain criteria in mind as the competitors battle it out on the track. We want each driver to be able to make 2 successful attempts, which could be any move possible: stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, combinations, and so much more. It'll be up to you to determine which driver deserves to be on top. And Lindsay, with these fans, they're bringing the energy here. It is loud in the Gas South Arena. Do you think they're ready to be the official judges of Monster Jam?
I do. I think that they are ready. Like you said, the energy is crazy here in Duluth, Georgia already. Do you guys want to score here today? I love to hear it. Now, you guys, you've got to make sure you not only bring that energy, but you bring your cell phones out and go to judgeszone.com, because this is your first opportunity to score our Monster Jam superstars. When the ribbon boards go red, you will also hear us say that it is now time to score. But when those ribbon boards go red, you have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Like I said, you only have 20 seconds, but swipe up or down on that BKT tire and click submit. You can go ahead and get ready by scanning the QR code or typing in the code DGA, short for Duluth, Georgia. Monster Jam fans, are you ready for the skills competition?
First to the track, make some noise for Brandon, Arthur, and JCB Digatron.
Make some noise for Brandon, Arthur, and JCB Digatron. And you guys can go ahead and get those scores in right now. Judgeszone.com. It's time to score now. You have under 20 seconds to get those scores locked in.
Duluth, he can hear you. Brandon, Arthur, and JCB Digatron starting off the two-wheel skills competition very strong in the Gas South Arena. We saw some great things from this young man. We saw 2 successful attempts. We saw some combination moves. And more importantly, we get to see the bar set right now by you Monster Jam fans. Let's check it out. The score for Brandon, Arthur, and JCB Digatron is... check it out in 8.060. That is your score to beat. Now remember, you can be the official judges at judgeszone.com. In fact, our drivers are counting on you for their destiny to that overall event championship trophy. Remember, each driver, we should see them do 2 attempts each, and we want to see multiple maneuvers. Let's see them pull off different moves for each attempt. Those could be stoppies, poppers, wheelies. We might even see a bicycle. You saw Brandon Arthur there pull off some major two-wheel moves, so keep that in mind. Next to the track, Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Let's hear it for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit. And it's now time to score. Judgeszone.com. Go ahead and scan that QR code on the video board, or you can type in the code DGA for Chelsea Van Cleve.
Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit out on the track. We see some super fun action from her. She takes that truck, throws it up on 2 BKT tires. She is going for it. This is a driver, a fearless driver. We're going to get to see her take risks just like we did just now. And we've got your scores locked in. Let's see where it lands her on the board. The score for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit is... It's a 6.028. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Ringling Bailey Circuit, Chelsea Van Cleve sits in second place right now with that score of a 6.028. JCB Diggatron Brandon Arthur still in first place with that score of an 8.060. Tough competition, but as you are all with being the judges, having it in your hands, anything could happen. Duluth, it's time to make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Duluth, he's still got one attempt remaining. He wants you to get loud.
Let's hear it for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Score now at Judgeszone.com. You guys have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in. You can scan that QR code right there on the video board and take a look at that replay.
Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken saying it's time to get squiddy with it out on the track for the two-wheel skills challenge. He's able to pull off that combination, goes back, hits that same obstacle, but pulls off a cool maneuver. We've got the scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is a solid score. Check it out. A 7.502. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Next to the track, make some noise for John Zimmer in Uproar.
Let's hear it for John Zimmer Sr. in Uproar. And it's now time to score. You guys have about 15 seconds left to get those scores locked in.
John Zimmer in Uproar, showing off his chops a little bit, proving exactly why he's been behind the wheel for so long. Check it out on the Super Glued to the Action replay. Anytime you get to see him up on 2 BKT tires, he's confidently sitting there, and he's able to pull off some cool tricks. We saw him take advantage of multiple obstacles out on that pod there. So you can tell he's gunning for that first place spot on that leaderboard. He knows 8 points are at the end of this competition. So let's go ahead and check it out. We've got your scores locked in. The score to beat right now is currently held by Brandon Arthur in JC Digatron. It's a score of an 8.060. The score for John Zimmer in Uproar is a solid score of 7.849. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Next to hit the track, let's hear it for Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
Put your hands together for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. And it's time to swipe up or down on that BKT tire. Don't forget to scan the QR code.
Take a look on the Super Glued to the Action replay. You can see Gravedigger here fighting track conditions a little bit. I can tell it's not exactly what he wanted the truck to do for that maneuver. So really calculates and lines up that second maneuver. We're going to see exactly what these scores look like for Matt Cody here in Gravedigger. Let's check it out. The score for Matt Cody in Gravedigger is a 4.798. Right now, that's good enough for 5th place. Next up, ready to hit the track, make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. He's thrown the steering wheel out the window, Duluth.
Make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Holds it there in a nose wheelie for a very long time. Take that into consideration as you're scoring at judgeszone.com. Gives you guys a nice combo move out of the rookie driver.
Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. He may not have needed it then, but he will need it later. So he's going back to retrieve that steering wheel. But what a fun flair to add on to that run. Chucking that steering wheel out the window. Gassed out the arena is electric for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. So let's check out those scores. We've got that current score to be right now still held by Brandon Arthur and JCB Tigatron, which is a score of an 8.060. The score for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is... That's an 8.778. We have a new leader. He took the win earlier today in this exact competition. Give it up for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. That steering wheel is out the window, Duluth.
Make some noise for MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco. And he also throws the steering wheel out of the window. Incredible combo moves there. They have it a popper to start off here in the skills competition. That is one of my very favorite moves. But he also utilizing that smoke out of El Toro Loco. You guys let us know what you thought at judgeszone.com.
It is electric in the Gas South Arena right now. And we've got those scores locked in. That current score to beat right now is held by Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. It's a score of an 8.778. The score for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is... That's an 8.988. That is your new score to beat. MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco takes that first place spot on the leaderboard with that high score of an 8.988. It's Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur sits in that second place spot with a score of an 8.788. JC Badikatron, Brandon Arthur in third. With one driver remaining here in the competition, there is only two drivers who are at contention for taking the next 8 points here in the two-wheel skills competition. They call him the Combination King. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. Duluth, he's still got one attempt remaining.
Duluth, Georgia, make some noise for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. And go ahead and score now at judgeszone.com.
Duluth, you saw right out on the track. That is why he is nicknamed the Combination King. What did you think? Check it out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. I hope you guys had your snacks for that one. We've got that current score to beat right now. It is held by MJ Slorio in El Toro Loco. It's an 8.988. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity is... That's a 9.646. That means your winner of the two-wheel skills competition is John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity claims the next 8 points up on that board and claims the win of the two-wheel skills competition right here in the Gas South Arena. That will be win number 37 so far this year for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. You helped crown him as your champion, Duluth. Make some noise.
That was absolutely astounding. You know, we say that you have 2 attempts here in the skills competition, and you did, in fact, have 2 attempts, though it looked like you had 10. How did you manage it, especially on that first one?
Well, part of the rules here with Monster Jam, you got to switch it up, you know. We got 20 seconds to be on our nose. But if you're throwing it into combinations, man, you can go as long as you want. I was feeling that truck. I was feeling the track out. It was sick. I'm so glad that worked out for me.
And when you are doing something like that, what are you feeling in that moment? Is it the suspense? Is it that you're excited to keep pushing yourself further and further? Or are you just surprised as yourself?
It's definitely a mixture of suspense and weightlessness. I'm sitting in that truck. I feel like time has stopped. I got all the time in the world to gather my thoughts up in there, throw that thing into the next trick, and it just worked out for me. Super stoked I got that bicycle. That's just a test, man. I can get that truck even further over, get it doing some donuts on 2 wheels. It'll get crazy, guys. We're halfway through the event so far. What do y'all think? Were you having a good time?
Monster Jam fans, make some noise one more time for your skills winner, John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity. Monster Jam fans, are you ready to have some fun? It only gets better here at Monster Jam. So right now it's time for freestyle motocross. This is one of my very favorite parts of Monster Jam and definitely my favorite part of halftime. You heard Keaton mention we have 4 of our very best superstars out here today. So make some noise for Nick Desmond. And put your hands together for TJ Tiffany. Let's hear it for Cam Sepulveda. And last but not least, earlier's best trick winner, get loud, it's Josh Hedford. Already pulling out a captain's pose for you guys. Here we go. Now is the time to be taking pictures and videos. And don't forget to tag us at Monster Jam. And of course, use the hashtag Monster Jam across all of your social media platforms. Some really awesome tricks already here. I can only imagine the best trick competition will be even better. Now, don't forget Duluth. The louder you get, the sicker the trick. Beautiful rock solid from TJ Tiffany. Cliffhanger out of Josh Hedford. That is a difficult trick. A lazy boy. We've had some seat grabs. had already told you, it only gets better. Back-to-back backflips here in Duluth, Georgia. And we are not done yet. You can see our freestyle motocross riders are lining up right now on the track. And up next will be our best trick competition. So all 4 of our riders are lined up, and each one will have 1 attempt and 1 attempt only to fly from one side of the arena all the way to the other side to show you fans their very best trick. Now, we need your help at judgeszone.com, so get those cell phones out via judgeszone.com. And when these ribbon boards go red, it is your turn to score. So there's not a second to waste. You've got to swipe up or down on that BKT tire and click submit. If you guys don't know the code, you can scan the QR code, or the code is DGA, that is short for Duluth, Georgia. Make sure you're scoring it fairly and accurately. These guys are counting on you, but we did do a show earlier today, and let me tell you, you are in for quite a treat. So Duluth, Georgia, let me hear you if you're ready for the best trick competition.
Up first, make some noise for your very first rider, Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond is from Norfolk, Massachusetts. He's been riding with Monster Jam for 4 years, but he's been riding for a total of 19 years, and today he brings you his very best trick on his Yamaha YZ250.
Now it's time to score for Nick Desmond, who shows you guys a rock solid right off the bat. A very difficult trick to maneuver, and he does it effortlessly. Make sure you're scoring right now at judgeszone.com.
You know, there's something to be said for that first rider. They've got to set the bar for the rest of the competition, pull off a trick that is enough to outlast the other 3 riders. So we're going to see if Nick Desmond did that right now. We've got the scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Nick Desmond is a 7.803. That is the score to beat. Up next, I'm going to need you to make some noise for TJ Tiffany. TJ Tiffany's from Orlando, Florida, and he is an international stunt rider. He's been part of some of the highest grossing movies in America, such as Bad Boys for Life, Avengers Endgame, and you might even catch him on this season of Outer Banks. Today, he's bringing you his best trick on his Kawasaki KX450.
Make some noise for TJ Tiffany. Scoring is now open. Take a look at the replay. An amazing knack-knack backflip here out of TJ Tiffany, also formerly known as a Meatball from the Outer Banks. Go ahead and get those scores locked in.
TJ Tiffany pulling off a flip. He heard those fans and how loud they got. He knew exactly what he had to bring to the table, and looking to knock Nick Desmond out of the running here in the best trick competition. TJ Tiffany looking for you to score at judgeszone.com. We've got those scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for TJ Tiffany is... that's an 8.696. We have a new leader. Next up, make some noise for your next rider, Cameron Sepulveda. Cameron Sepulveda is from Daytona, Florida, and he's bringing all his talent to Monster Jam for the very first time this year, but he's been riding for 2.5 years, and he's a 3-time best trick winner. Today, he's bringing you his best trick on his Yamaha YZ820.
Give it up for Cameron Sepulveda and get those scores locked in right now. Gives you guys a variation of a backflip there. You can see the additional extension of the legs. But was that the best trick that you have seen so far? Let us know at judgeszone.com. You guys have about 10 seconds left to get those scores locked in.
Talk about being on the edge of your seat, Lindsay. That move had this entire arena right at the edge of their seats and hopefully sliding that BKT tire up on that judgeszone.com. Cameron Sepulveda, a 3-time best trick winner, up against Josh Hedford, also a 3-time best trick winner. Right now, this score could be very important. So let's check it out. That score to beat right now, currently held by TJ Tiffany, is a score of an 8.696. This score for Cameron Sepulveda is... Duluth at 9.430. We have a new leader. But one rider stands in his way. Make some noise. Your final competitor, Josh Hedford. Josh Hedford's from Asheville, North Carolina, and he's competed in Nitro Circus and Night of Jumps in Europe. He's been riding with Monster Jam for over 4 years. Today, he brings you his best trick on his Kawasaki 450.
And scoring is now open for Josh Hedford. Like we said, he was this afternoon's best trick winner. Can he do it again here with this backflip variation? Go ahead and get those scores locked in right now. You've got about 10 seconds left to swipe up or down on the BKT tire and click submit.
Josh Hedford looking like he's in slow motion for the best trick competition. We've got those scores locked in. Let's check it out. That current score to beat right now is held by Cameron Sepulveda. It's a score of a 9.430. The score for Josh Hedford is... For the second time here in the Gas South Arena, make some noise for your best trick winner, Josh Hedford.
And Keaton, I think that these fans want a little bit more. What do you think, Georgia? Do you want some more? All right, well, you know what? We need you to get a little bit louder. Let them hear you if you want some more. All right, our riders are going to warm back up their bikes and hit the track one last time here. They have a special stunt prepared for you guys, and this is my favorite part of halftime. Make sure you guys have those cell phones out and that you're ready to take pictures or videos. Be on the edge of your seats here because we have 4 of our very best superstars. They're here lined up on the track, and they're about to go back to back to back to back. And here at Monster Jam, we call that a Monster Jam train. But our freestyle motocross riders took it one step further, each one of them doing a whip, which makes it a whip train. Do you guys want to see that again? All right, if you want to see it again, let me hear you say, choo-choo! I love it, Georgia. Stay loud. They are really showing off for you guys here this evening. I don't know, that was pretty awesome. But I kind of want to see it again. Make some noise if you want to see it one more time. All right, Georgia, stop those feet, clap those hands, and get loud for Nick Desmond, TJ Tiffany, Cam Sepulveda, and Josh Hedford. One more time for your freestyle motocross riders. And in just a moment, we will get to hear from your best trick winner. Currently sweeping the weekend in Georgia is Josh Hedford. Back to back here on Saturday. Give it up, Monster Jam fans, Josh Hedford. We've already mentioned it a couple times. You're, of course, sweeping the day here today at Monster Jam, but you didn't even stick with the same trick. You added something new in the mix. I wanted to call it a running man backflip. What do you call that trick?
Kinda, yeah. It's kind of like you're running, it's a double Indy flip. So kind of like switchblade to one side and then twist the other side and then try to get back on. And then I landed on the seat pretty hard and it kind of hurt my butt, but I'm okay. So, yeah, it's a fun trick.
It's almost exactly like when we see our Monster Jam trucks do our combo moves. I think that was your version of a combo move. Am I right?
Yeah. I've been practicing that one for quite some time this year, and it's it's been one of my go-to tricks. And I know the other guys have been talking about doing it, so I've been waiting for Cam to throw down and TJ and Nick to see what they have in store. But it's all about you fans and voting for us, and you're just pumped you guys are here.
And you are truly running with some of the very best in the entire world. We mentioned that, of course, you guys have gone internationally as well. How do you manage to, of course, be competitors, but it's clear you're also rooting for one another?
Yeah, we're just having fun for you guys. It's all about going big for the fans and, staying in shape, doing a hot yoga class here and there, and, yeah, just having fun.
We love to hear it. So hot yoga is the secret. One last question for you for these fans. Anyone that wants to be where you are, what is your best advice?
Follow your dreams and definitely do what you love and stick to it. Because, I was a little kid watching this growing up, and here I am. And I know these guys were, too. So it's pretty incredible where you can end up.
Well, congratulations again, Monster Jam fans. Get loud for Josh Hedford, your best trick winner.
Let's take a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard as we jump back into the Monster Jam action. Check this out. A three-way tie for first place. El Toro Loco, Excalibur, and Terminal Velocity all tied with 13 points headed into Freestyle. That means each one of them will be absolutely driving that truck into the track, determined to win that competition. Matt Cody and Gravedigger currently sits in fourth place with John Zimmer in upper and fifth. A two-way tie for sixth place with JCB Gigatron and Kraken, and then Ringling Bailey Circuit in eighth place. But with 8 more points on the line coming up in the freestyle competition, this could be anybody's trophy. You, once again, will be the judges for this freestyle competition, so make sure you've got your smartphones ready. We always say Monster Jam is a family affair, and I've got this awesome trio of siblings up by me. We've got Camilla, Alejandro, and Leo. So I want, if you're here, we're representing for the big sisters really quick. So if you're a big sister here at Monster Jam, make some noise. All right. And if you came here with your brothers, make some noise. Look at that. Families just like you guys. But right now, we're going to put your knowledge to the test. We've got some Monster Jam trivia. So, Camilla, you think you're ready?
Yeah.
You think the team can carry you to victory?
Yes.
Okay, love the confidence. Let's check it out. What question do we have for these three today? Duluth, what do we think? I think we got a confident answer. Leo, you're pretty confident. What do you think it is?
A.
He says A. Alejandro, what do you think? All right, Camilla, final answer. What do you think?
A.
She says A. Let's reveal the correct answer. You guys are such brilliant Monster Jam fans. We're giving you this Monster Jam. We're going to hold it up. Use your muscles real big to the camera right there. Yeah, we've got the Monster Jam Megalodon Loop of Doom. You guys are going to be able to take this home, play with it in your very own living room, and we want you guys to keep coming back to Monster Jam. So, Camilla, big sister, ruler of the roost, you think you'll come back?
Yes.
All right. Well, we definitely want to see you guys back. Thanks so much for helping me out. And remember, if you want to take home a piece of Monster Jam, check out the merchandise stands, and you might be as lucky as these three. Give it up for these three one more time, Duluth. Give a round of applause.
right, Monster Jam fans, we are so happy you joined us here this Saturday night. We want to have a little more fun with you. It is time to spin the wheel and play a little game. So we're going to go ahead and take it to the video board and see what fun activity we're going to do together. All right, we're spinning that BKT tire. And the first activity here today is our flex cam. So make sure that you guys are flexing, showing us those muscles, and you just might be on camera. Keep on flexing, Duluth. Honestly, who is stronger? The drivers on our track right now doing a push-up contest. Are these fans in the stands? Come on, fans, show us what you got. Also, huge shout out to Chelsea Van Cleve. That prep for her wedding, and she's down there doing 20 push-ups. All right, great flexing, Monster Jam fans, but you know what? I think we can do a little bit more. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel one more time. I think I may know what it's going to land on. I was wrong. It's even better. It is the Simba Cam. So go ahead and do that right now. Hold up your little ones. Show us what you got. Our motocross riders were getting in on the action there. Our drivers in on the action. You guys are doing such a great job, Duluth. You know what? I think we can spin it one more time. We've got time to have a little more fun. Let's take a look at the video board. Spin that BKT tire one last time. That's what I was hoping for. It's now time for our drummer cam. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and give us your best drumming right now. was awesome, Duluth. Thanks so much for spinning the wheel with us and having it fun. We hope you enjoyed halftime. It's almost time now for more action, but we need your help on kicking it off because it's now time for Monster Jam Freestyle. I need your help. Go ahead, take out those cell phones and follow my lead. Ready? Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Stay on the beat. We have reached the pinnacle of tonight's event. Make some noise, Duluth, for Monster Jam Freestyle.
Scoring is open. Make some noise for John Zimmer in Uproar. A perfect way to kick off the freestyle competition here in the Gas South Arena. You know, one thing John Zimmer Sr. always does here in the Monster Jam Freestyle is he's able to fill that entire clock. And that's one thing we definitely want to look for with the rest of the competition here in freestyle. John Zimmer is absolutely one to watch, but just knows how to kick off that competition. So eager to see exactly what you all thought this run deserved. So let's check it out. We get the scores locked in. The score for John Zimmer in Uproar is, it's a 7.121. That is your score to beat. Your next competitor is ready to hit the track. Let's hear it for Brandon Arthur and JCB Tigatron.
Hear it for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. And scoring is now open. You guys have 20 seconds right now to get those scores locked in on judgeszone.com. That code is DGA. Swipe up or down on that BKT tire if you like what you saw out of Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
A smooth freestyle run from Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron. He has mastered the control of that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, and we've got your scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron is... It's a 6.405. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Duluth, it's time to get squiddy with it. Make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken.
Put your hands together for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Potentially having some steering issues in that Monster Jam truck. Go ahead and get those scores locked
Nick
in.
Pagliarulo in Kraken out of the track for freestyle. Definitely fighting some steering issues, but he pushes through. You can see him pushing that truck, but we're not getting what we really need from that truck, pushing steering issues like we said during that freestyle run. But I think that speaks to the type of competitor he is. He's going to drive that truck until it cannot be driven anymore. That's exactly what he did here today. And we've got your scores locked in, so let's check it out. The score for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is... Check it out. It is a 6.578 right now. That's good enough for second place. Monster Jam fans, you can step inside your favorite Disney stories with Mickey, Moana, and over 50 characters at Disney on Ice as they present Jump In, happening right here in the Gas South Arena. Thrills, songs, and dazzling skating, and that's hitting this September the 25th through the 28th, right here in this arena. Secure your seats today and jump into the magic.
Well, speaking of Disney on Ice, we may have an opportunity for this family right here to be able to go away with Disney on Ice tickets. This is the Springer family. Everyone say, hey, Springer family. All right, guys, so here we've got Allison, Avery, and Austin, and of course, Mom here in the back for support. We're going to do some singing. Do you guys want to do some singing?
Yes.
All right, well, let's take it to the video board. We're going to do Finish the Lyric. What that means, of course, is we're going to start the music, and you guys sing when you start knowing it, okay? Here we go. Let's take it to the video board. Great Great job, you guys. You finished the lyric here today. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys 4 tickets to Disney on Ice if you want to grab that. And also, we're going to give you this goodie bag. Now, like Keaton said, you guys get to go this upcoming Thursday. Of course, here you go right here. You can go at the end of September. Monster Jam fans, of course, make sure that you check out Jump In, brought to you by Disney on Ice, brought to you by Feld Entertainment, and make some noise for these amazing musicians, these amazing artists, these amazing singers here for Finish the Lyric, the Springer family.
Your next competitor is ready to hit the track in that black and green wrecking machine. Make some noise for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Morgan backflip ramp.
Make some noise for the black and green wrecking machine, Matt Cody, Gravedigger. And go ahead and get those scores locked in right now for Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Check out that Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. He hits it perfectly. Duluth, this Gravedigger driver is sharpening his shovel. He's looking to dig the graves of the rest of the competition right here in the Gas South Arena. We talk about pushing those trucks to that ragged edge, and that's exactly what you saw right here. Matt Cody in Gravedigger, determined after his JCB Racing win to take that overall event championship trophy home with him today. We'll see right now if he did enough to take that lead. Right now, that current score to beat is held by John Zimmer in Uproar. It's a score of a 7.121. The score for Matt Cody in Gravedigger is a 9.372. Duluth, you got yourselves a new leader.
All right, Duluth, that was an amazing action there out of Matt Cody in Gravedigger, but it's time to have some fun once again. I've got Fernanda here with me. She is 8 years old, and it's now time for us to take it to the video board for a game we like to call Name That Truck. Now, fans, you can help her out as well. You can yell it out if you know what it is. Let's see it right now. You see the video board, and we're going to go ahead and dig away at this Monster Jam track and figure out which truck is underneath. She says, do we have any guesses? What do we think, Duluth?
Gravedigger.
She says Gravedigger. Anyone else think this is Gravedigger? There it is. You are right. So I'm going to go ahead and give you this toy right here. If you show all of our Monster Jam fans, show it to the camera. Show what you got. You get to go away with this awesome Monster Jam Spin Master toy, courtesy, of course, of Ringling Bailey Circuit. Now, of course, you guys can get yours in stores anywhere where a Spin Master toy is sold. You can get it at Walmart, Target, and, of course, my favorite, Amazon. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for Fernanda.
Check it out. Matt Cody in Gravedigger secures his spot. Keep up that energy, Duluth, because that's exactly why Matt Cody drove the way he did to secure his spot. First place in the freestyle leaderboard right now with that high score. If somebody wants to take him out, they're going to have to get a higher score than that 9.3. Matt Cody in Gravedigger in the lead in freestyle. Now with 4 more trucks still to go in the competition, those 4 truck scores in the freestyle competition will determine exactly where they stand in the BKT overall event leaderboard. Duluth, congratulations, because you have made for an extremely exciting event right here. You're fueling our Monster Jam drivers because check this out. A 3-way tie for first place between El Toro Loco, MJ Solorio, Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur, and John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. All 3 entering into freestyle with a total of 13 points. Gravedigger Matt Cody, he knew he had to do something big, currently in that 4th place spot in freestyle. And he did just that. Your next competitor's ready to hit the track. Let's hear it for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Make some noise for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit. And it's now a time to score. Go ahead and score at judgeszone.com. Just a few seconds left.
Chelsea Van Cleve and Ringling Bailey Circuit. I said it earlier in today's event. This is a driver who's not afraid to take some risks. She's got control over that Monster Jam truck, and you saw her just a little bit too much momentum in that. She almost was able to take it back to those 4 BKT tires, but the interesting thing is she did fill 15 seconds. That means she's eligible for your scores, Duluth, so make sure you're locking them in. I know Chelsea Van Cleve's eager to see it, so let's check it out. The score for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit is a 5.496. Right now, that's good enough for 5th place.
All right, here I have Luca here with me. Luca, how stoked are you to be here at Monster Jam?
Whoa!
Well, you may be the most excited fan here in the building, and that says a lot because here today we have been so loud. Let's go ahead and go to the video board. We are going to do a helmet shuffle. So for the helmet shuffle, of course, we're going to have 3 helmets, and they're going to mix up, and you're going to tell us which one you think the trophy is under. So we're going to go ahead, look at the video board now, and of course, fans, you can help Luca out, but you think you can do this?
I think so.
He says he thinks so. But do you know so?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. All right, here we have it. We're going to spin them up. And then I think we're going to go a little bit faster. We already have some fans in the stands that think they know where it is. All right. Let me hear you if you think it's number 1. Let me hear you if it's 2. What about 3? I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's number 1.
He says number 1. Let's see if you're right. It's not under number 3. It's not under number 2. It is under number 1. Thank you so much for playing our St. Jude helmet shuffle. And of course, we get a nice staff up there at the end. You're going to go ahead away with a JCB Digatron hat. Take a look at this. Show the camera how beautiful it looks. Macho Jam fans, don't forget, you can get one as well at the merchandise stands or, of course, online at Amazon. Macho Jam fans, make some noise for Luca.
Well, we've got a winner in the stands, but I've also got breaking news because Duluth, we've got a St. Jude ambassador of the event. Make some noise for your official St. Jude ambassador of the event. It's Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Thank you so much to you fans. You've not only crowned your St. Jude ambassador of the event, but you've potentially made a difference for thousands of families with the power of Monster Jam and St. Jude. Next to the track, he took the win in the two-wheel skills competition. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. Scoring is open. You see those ribbon boards that turned red. Head to judgezone.com. Lock in your scores now for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity, throwing down some major two-wheel action, showing you exactly why he took that win earlier in the competition. But seamlessly flowing those together to make it a freestyle run is really what takes some master expertise. You see him up on the super glue, glued to the action video board. He's just absolutely probably having a lunch break in there up on two BKT tires. I mean, he's out there making it look so easy. We've got your scores locked in. Let's check it out. That current score to beat still held by Team Gravedigger, Matt Cody, with a score of a 9.372. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity is... it's a solid score, an 8.440. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Next to hit the track in freestyle, give it up for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur.
Make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Awesome freestyle here for Mike Pagliarulo, who does have a chance at an overall event championship. It's in your hands right now, Monster Jam fans. Go ahead and score now at judgeszone.com. One of your last opportunities to do so.
You know, really getting down to the wire right here in the Gas South Arena, as our last three competitors in freestyle are those three competitors that are currently tied for that spot. We've got Mike Pagliarulo and Excalibur here, and the score's locked in, so let's check it out. The score for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is... it's a 7.514 right now. That's good enough for third place. Last but not least, get those Toro horns in the air for MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco.
Put your hands together for MJ Celorio, El Toro Loco. And scoring is now open. Go ahead, swipe up or down on that BKT tire. Get those scores locked in.
A crazy series of moments really strung together where MJ Celorio looks and tries everything. Check it out in the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay right here. Thinks he's lost it. Up on one BKT tire at one point. Almost goes to save it there. He does fill enough time, though, in this clock to be eligible for a score. And Duluth, you've got the destiny quite literally in your hands with your smartphones. So score right now at judgeszone.com to get that scoring for MJ Celorio. A tough moment when we've got a three-way tie like this. So let's check it out. The score for MJ Celorio is... a 7.211, which means your winner of the freestyle competition is Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Matt Cody in Gravediggers added 8 points to his overall score, but was it enough? Your overall event champion here today in the Gas South Arena in the JCB Racing competition earned 5 points, 8 points in the two-wheel skills challenge, 7 points in the freestyle competition with a total of 20 overall event points. Your BKT overall event champion is John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
Congratulations to John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity, walking away here with the hardware and an overall event champion. I know a lot went into tonight. Of course, earlier today in trackside when we were talking back and forth, we mentioned that you might have had a little revenge up your sleeve from earlier today. Was that what it was?
Yeah, I definitely had some redemption on my mind. Had a really good first half. This afternoon just didn't play out my way. I knew I had to come out swinging here to make it happen here tonight. We did just that, had an amazing time. You fans were pumping me up. I could see you guys jumping and screaming in your seats every time I was turning around near those stands. It was driving me to drive that truck as hard as I could. Get super technical with it out there on the pod. Had it up in the stoppie, and it was weightless, just standing there on its own. It was a blast.
I'm so glad you mentioned the technical aspect because your technical ability is truly one of the best the sport has ever seen. And of course, you are a young driver as well. Did you just wake up and be good at it, or does it take a lot of effort behind the scenes?
I think it's a mixture of just being able to grow up around this stuff. My dad's been doing this for 20 plus years, driving Upward right here. We started our own team a couple years ago, and man, it's been an amazing time to live out our dreams together. We're coming out here tearing up the track for you fans. We love that stuff because we were fans too, watching these stands, watching all these trucks absolutely tear it up. And man, it's a blast to come out here and do it in front of you fans. So thank you guys for coming out and spending your time with us. We'll see you next time.
Congratulations again to our overall event champion, but we can't get out of here without talking to our freestyle winner as well. We've got Matt Cody in at Gravedigger. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for your driver of Gravedigger. Matt, you had a phenomenal freestyle here today. Quite literally had fans with their jaw on the floor. Were you just as surprised behind the wheel at your ability to just continue to react and adapt?
Well, like I said earlier, earlier event, I just did not have the best luck. Kind of just irritated me. So I came out and laid that fast pass and raced him. Come out for the skills competition, and I had no idea what I was doing out there. I love skills. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't, but it definitely didn't show today. So it just lit a little bit more fire underneath me to come out here for freestyle, land amazing, huge backflip, big old sky wheel, and I can guarantee if that axle wouldn't have broken the rear end, it would have twisted around and saved, and man, we would have had some fun. It's been about 5 years since I've been here, and I knew coming down here, these Georgia fans get crazy. The Georgia clay's amazing, and I had a blast. So one more time, Duluth, if you guys had fun at Monster Jam tonight, let me hear you get loud!
A big congratulations to all of our winners and, of course, our overall event champion, John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. We want to thank all of you for coming out to the Gas South Arena and joining us for Monster Jam. We hope if it was your first time, you'll definitely join us again. And for all of the fans who tuned in on our live stream, we want to thank you for making Monster Jam a part of your weekend as well. Make sure on your way out of the arena, you stop by our Monster Jam merchandise stand so you can pick up the latest Spin Master diecast trucks. We want to thank you all for coming out on behalf of my entire team, my co-host and pit reporter, Lindsay Noble. My name is Keaton Stewart, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.